In this section, I'm going to give you some scenarios on route filtering in OSPF, and I'm going to start with ABR LSA type 3 filtering. And I'm going to achieve it using different types. So let's take this as the first example. I want to create some loopback interfaces in area 0, and I want to advertise them into OSPF, and I want those routes to be only in area 0. I want confine those routes to in area 0. I don't want to advertise them out of this. So the only area that is out of area 0 and has no router connected to area 0 is area 25. So switch 1 is the first thing that I want to talk about. Let's go to switch 2 and create these interfaces, or I can create them on router 3 as well. So let's go to router 3 first. On router 3, I go to configuration mode and I start to create interfaces. So let's see what interface I have prior to creating the interfaces. You can see that I have one loopback interface, and other interfaces are interface serials or fast Ethernet. I want to create some loopback interfaces here, for example loopback 11, and the IP address is gonna be, for example, 3.3.11.3 255.255.255.0, and loopback 12, again the same scheme for IP addressing, 3.3.12.3, loopback 13 3.3.13.3, loopback 14, and the third octet is gonna be 14, and loopback 15. I guess 5 interfaces are quite enough, and this is gonna be 15. So let's check the IP interfaces first. To show IP interfaces brief, you can see that I have these interfaces enabled here. Now let's go to one command. I want to put all of them under area 0, so I go to interface range command, loopback 11 to 15, OSPF 1 area 0, puts them all under area 0 in process, OSPF process. So show OSPF interface brief will verify my configuration here. Now let's go to switch 1, for example. Switch 1 is the only router that is not connected to area 0, although it has an ABR, and this is the point, of course. So let's go to switch 1. On switch 1, I want to check IP routing table, and I can see all of those routes here. You can see that all of them are reachable, and if I want to ping them to verify the reachability, it is quite possible. You can see that. But what I want to do is this. I want to I don't want to see them on switch 1. I want to have only one summary, or even I want to, remove that summary as well. So let's go to router 3 and let's go to the diagram. So let's check this here. All of my routers except switch 1 is connected to area 0. So I want to make sure that the ABR that is connected to this area is the ABR that is going to be used for my route filtering and route summarization. So the only place that I can implement this is router 2. If I wanted to confine these routes to other routers, I will go to the correct ABR. Now you can see that all my routers are connected to area 0, but the only one that is quite feasible for this purpose is router 2. So let's go to router 2 first and go to configuration mode, and on router OSPF process I want to create a summary. So I type in area 0 because I'm summarizing some of the routes that are in area 0. So I use this, and after that I can have some options. Range is going to summarize some of my routes into one route. Those routes that are going to be summarized are subcomponents routes, so they're going to be removed, and one route that is the summary is going to be created, and that is going to be advertised, or even I can of course stop it from advertising. That means that I'm filtering all of those routes. I can have filter lists. Filter list means that I'm going to remove some of the routes, and I don't want to advertise them or I don't want to receive them, and I can have it inbound and outbound. These are the options that I have right here. So first of all, I want to start with range. That is going to be summarization method, and after that I need to decide what is my summary. So let's go to Notepad and type in these routes and 3, 3, 14, 3, 3, 3, 15, 3, and these are the routes that I have, and I want to decide the best summary for these addresses. So the first 16 bit is the same. The third octet is going to be the place that I'm going to implement the summary. So let's open a calculator here and go to programmer mode. 11 and binary makes this. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1 is going to be 11. So 12 is going to be 0, 0, 0, 0, and it's going to be 1, 1, 0, 0, I guess. And 13, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. 14 is 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. And 15 should be 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, I guess. Let's check this on calculator to make sure that I am correct. So I type in 15 and go to binary mode. You can see that this is the correct translation of decimal to binary. Okay, now you can see that the first 4 bit is the same. The next 4 bit is the bits that is changing. So I can decide that 16 bit plus 4 bits that are here makes a 20 bit mask summary. So I know what is the subnet mask. So it is going to be a 20 bit summary mask. That is 255, 255, 242, I guess, and 0. And I can make sure about this. And 240, of course. So this is the mask that I have. Now I should decide the starting IP address here. That is going to be the network ID. So I have from 2040 to 2056, I have 16. So the first part is going to be 0 to 16. That is 0 to 15, of course, because 16 consequence number are selected for the first. And you can see that these are all matching with the first network ID. So if I want to write this, it will be 3300, and the mask is going to be 255, 255, 240, 0. So this is the range, that means the summary that I have created here. And after that, I can decide to advertise this summary, removing all those some components, some addresses. This is the default. I can assign some costs, and I can assign the cost too much, and I can decide to not advertise. That means I can remove all subcomponents, and I can decide to remove this summary as well. So it is type of filtering. I want to go with default, so I hit enter, and the advertise is going to be there. So after assigning this summary, OSPF process will withdraw all routes and only advertise this one. So let's go to switch 1 and see the result here. If I try to see the show IP route again, you can see that I only have one summary route. I don't have any subcomponents here. And of course this is not working on all other routers because they are all in area 0, and area 0 routes are not summarized for themselves. It is just summarized for other areas. So this is the first thing that I just have here. But if I try the ping, you can see that it is still accessible. So if I want to remove it totally, I will go here and add a not advertise here and hit enter. And after that, on switch 1, I cannot reach this because I don't have anything about this. I don't have the summary, I don't have the components routes. So this is the first and easiest way to filter OSPF routes.